So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to take amazing headshot photos. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Marla. If this is your first time, welcome. I am a Dallas-based actress and I do Life of an Actress vlogs. I am so excited about this video because I love headshots so much. You have no idea. They're so much fun. You get to play and dress up and do your hair and makeup and have a nice photo shoot and the whole shebang. They're also super important for our careers as actors. So I really wanted to do this video because this is an actor-related channel and I decided, you know what, I love headshots so much. Why don't I do a video giving a couple of tips on how to have an amazing headshot photo shoot. So our headshot session day is so important. The photos from this day are the photos that we're going to be using for agents and managers, for casting directors, for shows, theater, TV, film commercials, all this stuff. So we want to look and feel our best. So tip number one would be to make sure that, and I think this just is pretty obvious, but make sure that you get really good sleep the night before because you want to wake up refreshed and alive the next day. You don't want to wake up with bags under your eyes, pimples and all that stuff. Granted, like it happens, it's happened to me before and we can't really help it, but as far as your sleeping and your eating and your hydration, you can take care of all those three. So make sure that you have good rest the night before, drink lots of water, hydrate your skin, super hydrate the skin, and have a good meal the morning of to make sure that you're ready to go for as long as you need to go. So that would be tip number one, is make sure that you're physically, mentally prepared by just prepping your body. My second tip is to get as many looks as possible. Okay, so look at what you're called in for the most. If you're mainly called in for young mom, teacher, police officer, whatever you're called in for the most, cater to that and pick a wardrobe that is suited to that. For example, I get called in for a couple of different things, but there's some recurring ones I get called in for all the time. One of them is young mom, one of them is businesswoman. And so I'm in Dallas, so we have tons of commercials here, and I cater to that in my photo shoot session. I did 5 different looks, and in those looks, I really made sure to cater to casting directors and what I'm currently called in for, because if you know your type, then it is so much easier for you to know what wardrobe to pick, how to do your hair, how to do your makeup, because you know what casting directors are bringing you in for. So it's very important to know your type and play to that. That is only going to help you. The most important thing is to get into the room, and if they see a picture and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is totally the bad girl that we need, bring her in, because you cater to that in your hair and your makeup and your wardrobe, automatically a way in, and that's exactly what you want. So try to have as many looks as you can. I know each photographer is going to vary in pricing, just depends on who you decide to go with and how many looks you decide to do, etc. So that would be my second tip, is to get as many looks as possible. So my third tip would be to not overdo your hair or your makeup. I know a lot of people who get their hair and makeup professionally done on the day of their headshots, but the problem with that is that you need to be able to recreate it. When a casting director brings you in because you have that look, you need to be able to recreate that hair and that makeup look on your own because your audition's the next day, and it's going to be a hassle trying to learn the look the day of. So don't overdo the hair and the makeup. At the end of the day, the headshot has to look like you, and the casting director wants people that look like themselves. They're going to be so disappointed if you have a glamour headshot and then they bring you into the room and the person who walks into the room is not the same person that they called in. They're going to feel like they wasted their time. They're not going to want to call you in again, and you're going to have wasted your time. It's just disappointing, and you really don't want that. There is one person you guys do not want to catfish, and it is casting directors. Okay, you do not want to catfish casting directors because they remember, okay? So yeah, tip number 3, no catfishing. Make sure you look like yourself and you can recreate the look yourself. For example, I just had my headshot session, and although I have a perm, I know that perm's gonna come out and I want these headshots for the long run, so I would not be able to recreate that perm once it grows out if they want that look. So I decided to just do my like beachy waves, and it turned out great because that's something I can recreate whether I have a perm in or not. Alright, so my 4th tip would be to know what colors fit you best. You guys, you have to play to your skin tone, you have to play to your hair color, you have to play to your eye color. that goes in your makeup and in your wardrobe. So if you have to do a little bit of research, or if you have to go to a makeup counter, if you go to any makeup counter at a department store and you just ask a makeup artist, hey, am I more warm tone or cool tone? They will let you know. When you understand your undertone of your skin, you can play to that and you can decide, okay, reds look really good on me and they make me pop. There are certain colors that are going to suit you best. So you want to make sure to find them and include them into your headshot sessions, because it's going to make you pop. It's going to draw the eye to you. Our headshots, like when the casting directors are scrolling, they literally look like this small. They're like a little avatar to them. So you want to make sure that it pops, that it looks good. That doesn't mean that you have to have the most makeup or like be super glamorous. No, it just means it has to pop. And a great way to do that is with your wardrobe. So find the colors that suit you best and complement your skin color, and you will notice a huge difference. My fifth and final tip is so important, but make sure you go to an amazing, not a good, an amazing headshot photographer. Not just a business headshot photographer or like any headshot photographer. It needs to be an actor photographer. You need to go to a photographer who specializes in actor headshots. They are completely different. It is not the same as the ones for the realtors or doctors or the professional ones. No, this is professional, but in a completely different way. Photographers who specialize in actor headshots know how to photograph actors, and that's exactly what you need. I do not recommend taking your own headshots unless you are very, very experienced or like you learn and take amazing headshots. I know some people do it and they look great, so that's awesome. But other than that, it's going to cost you maybe an arm and a leg. I will admit, I'm not going to deny the fact that they are pricey, they're expensive, they're expensive, but they're completely worth it, because we need those are our tools to get into the door. If you don't have an agent, it's your tool to get an agent and a manager. And for an agent and manager, it's the tools that they use to get us into the room, to get you into the room, to get you a job being an actor. So save the money. I promise you it is worth it. You will make a connection and you will come out with amazing photos of yourself that you're like, oh my gosh, these are great. I take pride in having amazing headshot sessions, but it's because I pay for them. Like, I know it is something that is an investment, and I'm happy to make it because I need to look good. I need the professionals to do their work. Photographers work with all different types of things. I've worked with photographers who work with natural lighting, and that is beautiful, and others with studio lighting, and then a mixture of both. It really just depends on who you book, but they know how to make you look amazing. So do not skimp out. Good is not good enough. You need to go to somebody who is amazing. Trust me, I tried to skip out before and it was not worth it, wasting my money, and I still had to go back and get super expensive headshots. So I know by experience, you don't want to do that. Anywho, that's about it. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I really wanted to get this video out for you guys to give you some tips. My next video is going to be a behind the scenes of my photo shoot session that I had about a month ago now. Make sure you come back next week for that. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what other types of videos you guys would like to see. Make sure that you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.